There's lots of discussion and marketing about multivitamins, so much that it will make your head spin. But for all the hype, there are really 12 essential vitamins and minerals, like vitamin B, C, E, and zinc, of which you need to take a full amount for your daily allowance. Now, ideally, we would get 100% of what we need from food, but few people ever get all the nutrients they need from diet alone. So,
this is live from Stella. Are taking a simple multivitamin enough for a 36-year-old to maintain good health?
Stella, the question is absolutely not. A multivitamin is part of the building blocks. Listen, there are 4 building blocks for health. You need to eat the right foods, and I wish we could all eat the foods we need to get multivitamins. Very few of us do, less than 1% do. So for the mere mortals watching, you do need to take a multivitamin. So Stella, that's part of your plan. You need to get daily vigorous activity. We've talked about that. You have to have passion and vision and hope in your life. And hope is not just the right thing happening. Hope is about making sense of what's happening in your life. And the 4th pillar is to get the screening test, like the colonoscopy that I had to have this year, just to make sure that you're not missing something that might step through because of your genes. Those are the 4 building blocks. No one of them by themselves will get you the goal. And if I had to pick just one to favor, just one goal, it will be the physical activity one. Because when you look at people who live a long time, they always have daily, vigorous physical activity. So vitamins are part of it, but they're not even the biggest part.
And we get them. Eggs, for instance, are a great source of iodine and selenium. And then I have 2 hacks to help people. Okay. So number 1, eat your eggs with raw vegetables. It will help you absorb the carotenoid vitamins in the vegetables. And then number 2 is to eat foods with iron. Eat them with a little bit of vitamin C to help your body absorb it. So let's put all of this together. Say we have an omelet. You have the eggs. You have the extra virgin olive oil that's going to help you absorb those fat-soluble vitamins. And then have a side of raw spinach with a little bit of lemon juice on top. That whole combination helps you absorb all those yummy nutrients, helps support a healthy thyroid and the energy we need every single day.
I just want your energy, Daria. Thank you very much. Potassium. Now, you don't hear that much about it, but you really should. It's found in all of these delicious foods. But amazingly, most of you aren't getting enough of this important mineral. Today, I'm going to reveal the subtle signs that you're not getting enough potassium in your body. That affects the most vital organs across the board. We're going to start off with Melissa, who's holding a brain. Welcome, Melissa.
Thank you.
You're holding a brain because the first sign you're not getting enough potassium is brain fog. Does that ever afflict you?
All the time.
What does it do to you?
I would literally just start talking to someone and then in the middle of my sentence, just forget what I'm saying.
It drops off.
All the time.
Which is not a rare phenomenon. Young, old, we all experience it. So here's why it's important. Imagine this wind-up toy over here is your brain. So you have enough potassium in there, it goes banging along and doing... But as you lose the potassium, it hovers perilously close to the edge here. Oh, and you fall into the oblivion of forgetfulness, of confusion, of losing a train of thought, as you mentioned, and you can't grab it again.
Right.
Giving your brain potassium allows the cells in the brain to function the way they're supposed to. Many of these symptoms are related to stress, but actually it's caused by the potassium.
Come on over. Let me show you how magnesium can impact the body in so many different ways. Diets with higher amounts of magnesium are linked to lower risk of diabetes. Little bits of sugar scratched up the insides of all your blood vessels. Studies have also found positive associations between magnesium intake and bone mineral density. Right? You want strong bones, especially as you get a bit older. It also has helped patients with constipation. Sort of loosens things up a little bit, not a bad problem. And there's even evidence that magnesium is effective in treating migraines. It prevents the arteries from spasming and opening the wrong way. One of the best ways, though, maybe this. It seems to be associated with energy. How can magnesium energize the body?
Great question. So magnesium is extremely integral to the powerhouse of the cell, kind of like the working station. I kind of equivalent magnesium to like a chemical battery. So it powers all of our systems and our processes. It gets everything working efficiently. And when it is in combination with sodium and potassium, it really causes homeostasis in our body. So
Mega dosing. You don't need pharmaceutical doses here. Too much of certain vitamins, like vitamin E, can actually be detrimental for your health. Second, if you're postmenopausal or a male, you don't need a multivitamin that contains iron. Third, take half your vitamin in the morning and half at night to maximize absorption all day long. So when you split your vitamins, a great example of where you need this is calcium, which is critical for strong, healthy muscles, bones, and teeth. But you need to take your calcium in combination with magnesium, which balances any side effects of calcium, like constipation. Lastly, vitamin D is required by your body to absorb calcium, but make sure to take it with a meal or a glass of milk. It needs fat to be absorbed through the gut. These are foods you can find everywhere, but you got to get these into your diet and squeeze them in as many ways as you can. Bananas, I love. A lot of the orange foods, sweet potatoes. I love beets, but the beet greens have a ton of potassium in them. Don't throw them away. You can make smoothies out of them. You can, include them in a lot of different dishes. A lot of these vegetables have them as well. Dried fruits have them.